Hi everybody, this is Nico Haupt standing in for paulagloria while she's on vacation, and this is farther down the rabbit hole, or rabbit hole central. And as usually I try not to mess up as long as she's on vacation, and that means also we hopefully get her somehow into the show via telephone call or Skype. Still working on that also. Every day the settings a little bit different. Today I hope hopefully a little bit better light as usual, and you still have music in the background. And Monday is a special day also for me. Every week the 9 video mashups top 50 are released, and this weekend we had a small situation. The server was down or is infected by a glitch, so we couldn't update the charts over there. We had to temporarily move to VideoMashups.blogspot.com or VideoMashups top 50 blogspot.com. Still working on that situation. Either it's a glitch or severe hack, as 9 Blocklands got hacked also in the past. So main focus today will be releases from the new top 50 9 video mashup charts. And also, hopefully, Harold Channer will call in as he's doing every day, doing Monday to Friday. So, we're going a little rundown this week's top 50. What's going on? What's up? What's going up? What's going down? At 50, down from 48. Social Service and September Cruise Part 1 to 4. 17 weeks in, and now 97,425 views. And at live video only. 49 down from 47, that's You in 2001 and Web Girls Gone Wild featuring 9 actor Alex Jones versus MC Rolf. Now also in a re-upload at 9LM News at YouTube. 12 weeks on. 48 down from 44, bullshit registration and proof that fake video was shown on 9/11. And 9 weeks on, 3,000 views. 47 down from 40, bullshit registration, full spectrum treason, 9M Octopus. 12 weeks on. 46 down from 38, Scarecrow aka Muckletoon, already a classic. Renault Crash Test versus 9 Planes, 22 weeks on, and a classic also on the traditional no-planar scientific evidence versus the TV fakery evidence. 45 down from 36, You in 2001 and FCS Future Combat System 2000 did 9LM Part 3, 10 weeks on. And 44 down from 30, 9LM Octopus, The Up and Up, 11 weeks on, and amazingly 10,140 views as of last night. 43 down from 31, Doc 22 Peach and 9LM Actor Voice Print Technology matches Gary Wells. 42 down from 29, Draco Die and 9/11 No Nose No Plane. And we have a first new entry in at 41, playing a little in the background. That's a controversial story of the weekend. This might be Harold Channer. So this is Cartoon Identity stripped Colonel Jenny Parks exposed by serials. I talk a little about this right now. Hello, farther down the rabbit hole. Is this Harold?
Hello, it's only me, Harold.
Yeah, no problem, Harold. We love you every day. Hopefully you're calling in at 12 p.m. EST and reflecting the latest.
Keep the ball rolling. That's great. I'm glad you're there and everything. I guess you're in touch with Paula and everything.
Yeah, and I got some kind of streams running, but never audio and video and recording at the same time. Only the restream. Right now I didn't even get the video running, so with every day I try to change the setting that it might work at one day.
Yeah, I know. Are you in touch with John Kowalski at all?
I'm also John Kowalski for the listeners as one of our producers of the show, and we're recording already live, Harold, so this hopefully goes at least on YouTube.
Oh, you're recording now? Okay, because the stream isn't up, the video.
So as usual, and I wish you could see it as a running gag, I'm holding the New York Post title story in the camera, which you can't see, so I have to explain for you. Today again, crying shame. Crushing loss end season for Mets, and that means if the Mets making header, then there will be no World War V at least today.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Isn't it some world we live in, huh? How are you? How are you feeling, man?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. But let's switch to the politics. We talked last week about the cell phone tracking us more and more, and it seems that New York Post also pushing this on page 2. So now it's about the subway system. Subway cell system can track you down. So I spoke with you last week about the Google phone introducing their own iPhone cell phone combination next year.
Yeah.
And as we know from investigations, Google, we can speculate, but it's more or less an open secret. It's a CIA front. They're working with InQtel together, which is a CIA joint venture company. They have NSA employees in their staff, and they work openly with NASA surveillance software. So that it means for me, obviously, that the whole Google in operation must be an NSA or privatized NSA front. If people buying the Google phone next year, that is basically nothing than a national ID and a tracking device.
So Google is going to get into the target the cell phone market, as it were.
Right, and my theory, and that's the theory, is that the so-called hack on the iPhone from Apple was done from the inside to basically discredit Apple, because it has a better reputation than Google. So that next year people would switch from the iPhone or iPod to Google phone.
I see. That's going to be a big competition because there are many, many more people in the world who have cell phones than have efficient or a relevant connection.
Exactly, and with this kind of device,
internet,
you get also the final merchant people who don't have 24/7 internet hooked up. So you're getting all the others. That's the iPhone.
So if you can get to the iPhone market, as it were, then you're going to reach a whole lot of people, particularly a lot of the people that are least advantaged in the world society.
Right, and that brings me to the favorite topic, which is still oppressed in the anti-war movement and in the Lime Truth movement, and that is Star Wars, which for sure has not the same name anymore, but SDI, as it started in, under Ronald Reagan, always continued under different names. It's led into the SDIO, which was the SDI organization. Then it was, and under Clinton, an own agency was created, the Missile Defense Agency, the MDA.
Yeah, the SDI, I think, stood for Strategic Defense Initiative.
Right, but the MDA is close also to the U.S. Space Command, which was created in 1996. And both agencies confirmed openly that their work was directed at energy weapons. Now I'm having an interview which I will sample in my next video mashup, which confirms once again directed energy weapons, including in test with aircraft, but also SDI, which they don't use as a name right now. So what plays into all this, for sure also economical reasons. You can build cheap satellites with the help of Latinos. We spoke about this last week. The irony is that they're using application at the electronic border is linked to the same Star Wars technology. So Motorola is a huge player in SDI Star Wars. Also, Financial Times last week said openly the Star Race or the Star Wars continues. This was actually the New York Times. Yeah. Financial Times points out that there will be an alliance between India and Russia. And now India confirmed that they will become the next country as a major player and flying back to the moon. So I don't want to go into that issue now, but you see how mainstreamized the whole issue is becoming right now.
Yeah, so right. I think that Motorola was involved in that large project a few years back called Iridium, where they were trying to set up a worldwide distribution.
Exactly, and that's very interesting because Microsoft also right now is very aggressive against Google, and that's very ironic because if people in the business know that Google is a kind of government front anyway, or a privatized intelligence front, then obviously Microsoft has no real chance. That's maybe a reason why they got kicked out of the Iridium project. Maybe they were not spooky enough for the insiders, so Bill Gates is maybe not the guy the intelligence spooks would like to work with 24/7.
Yeah,
so he's maybe the kind of Michael Jackson of the geeks. Something is maybe which they don't
doing a moonwalk, huh?
Yeah. Well, I also would say if I would be a spook, I would get rid of Microsoft, to be honest, and replace it with Linux. And
the Linux is coming and the open source, and that's a big hope. Lessing out at Stanford.
And they used also Linux for Future Comet System, which is a militarized Google Earth system. And Future Comet System combines it all. It has the military application connected to same satellite software built by SAIC. They're tracking also nuclear devices. They can actually target in real time if uranium is moving just a few feet away. So it makes no sense that Dirty Bomb have any chance.
It makes 1984 look very simple by comparison.
Right. So what people have to figure out, if they really want to do a difference, they have to address this issue to the anti-war movement and the Lime Truth movement. There's a pending new thread called Future Combat System. It integrates direct energy weapons. It is confirmed by New York Times, New York Post, Financial Times. So sometimes they're just mentioning Future Combat System, sometimes they mention direct energy weapons. I'm still looking for an ranking amount that they're figuring, covering both. But no matter what you exclude...
The very big players in the communication industry are fighting ferociously for domination of the market. And in Africa, the people have a saying. They say, when the elephants fight, the mice get trampled.
Right, so no matter how you exclude one or the other issue and you even separate completely from 9/11, it is a huge political, military issue we will face in the next few decades maybe. Because there are documents
it's hard
around...
to know how to take all that into account. I remember Marshall McLuhan used to talk about the conflict between the need to know and the rights to privacy of the individual parts of a system, and that's a conflict that's there.
Yeah. I remember also Marshall McLuhan was already talking about how a man-machine concept will change basically also our own biosystem. So, and this is exactly what the Future Combat System will do. It will change the way how man and machine interact completely.
It will, and it's very interesting. There's a lot of things about that. It's like, I've said on a number of occasions, and it's dangerous to go to biological metaphors for a man-machine relationship and everything.
Right, and with the biotechnology...
There are in any human organism, there's something on the order of 100 trillion cells that make up a human organism at any time, not the life cycle, but 100 trillion, and they're all overlaid with a design template. It's DNA.
Right.
Each of the cells are in communication with the overall system, and each of the cells matter, and each of the cells are interrelated to all the other cells as a system.
Right, and that's what I said also. It plays completely into the health movement, the I call it eco-fascism movement because it's completely infiltrated. It plays into the new eugenic MIT hype, bionics meets man, machine, and so on. So this is why they needed 9/11 also. It opened a new budget for biopharmacy, nanotechnology, and emerging concepts between man and machine. And this is why Homeland Security is controlling a lot of these biopharmacy companies or vice versa, so that they can always play with their applications they have, including war games and terror drills, where they're constantly preparing us on bionuclear scenarios.
Yeah, the whole thing, and genetic engineering is just around the corner in large terms.
Plus,
that kind of thing.
So, but that
dynamic of an organism, I suppose a frog has so many. That's an interrelated thing. Where if you're going to operate as a system, there are advantages to be gained by an overall system.
Yeah. Plus,
if there is inter-accommodation or communication between all parts of a system.
Right. Plus, you never know what's really in a vaccination. So I have my biggest doubt that all vaccinations are really healthy. As a matter of fact, I don't trust them at all, so I wouldn't recommend take them, but anyway, so I'm just interested, Harold, so since it's getting really more and more clear, Future Combat System and indirect energy weapons are more and more mainstream media, is there any plan on your side you would like to talk with someone and a guest or something like this pretty soon in your show?
Well, there are endless numbers of people. I'm interested in everybody and everything. I'm very interested in what you and Paula are doing, and John Kowalski.
Right, but you said the problem is
a communication system
the
for
problem
streaming.
is always marginalization, especially if I'm involved. People say, "Oh, it can't be true if Nico Haupt's involved."
So it's like Woody Allen said. Woody Allen said, Woody Allen one time said, "I'd never want to be part of any club that would have me as a member."
Right, I agree. So that's what I urge everyone is.
Outside the envelope thinking often people see that way, but that still doesn't mean that we don't need a quality.
That's what I mean, and you have to talk about the topic, you don't have to talk about the person. So I'm just following you also this week. week, Harold already. Everyone who's picking that up, I'm writing immediately on 9 block lines. Okay, Harold, today is a special day, the new 9 Top 50 Video Mashups charts. So I would like to go through my charts the last 15 minutes and hope to hear from you tomorrow again, and tomorrow's open topic.
Very good. Okay, well, I'm just calling to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, so please follow up what's going on with the satellites, Star Wars.
Give my best regards to Paula if you talk to her, and keep up the good work, and we'll be in touch, and keep the faith, and never give up, and those are a few encouraging words for what y'all are doing and everything.
Okay, we try our best, but as I said,
okay,
as long as
great
Nico's
to
in front
talk
of
to
the
you.
camera,
I gotta get out
can't
with a
be
bunch
true.
of stuff, trying to put some things here together, and we'll be in touch for sure in the time ahead, and as I say, keep the faith, and thanks for all the good work, okay?
Thanks so much, and hope to hear from you tomorrow.
All right, I'll be here. Okay, pal. Okay, I'm gonna sign off for now then. Okay. Bye-bye.
This was Harold Chan from NN, and yeah, I look around worldwide. What are the other players doing? We have our own radio show, TV show, important blog, website, organizations, and the bigger the organizations become, you see already how complicated it is to pick up these topics. So this week we have a new entry in the top 50 charts, which is exactly covering that. It's called Cartoon Identity Stripped, Colonel Jenny Sparks Exposed by Cirrus. And let's play a little bit about this one here. It is by Doc 22-3.
We discovered, going through this, that if you take all of the slanderous filth, counter-organizing, disinformation, and so forth.
So we hear Website in the background. Website in the Kennebunk flop-up, as I call him, still stirring trouble, especially in the 9 blogging scene. That is around 9blogger.com and truthsection.org. People who claim they're self-appointed activists by just putting some nice pictures up, people holding some 9 truth signs. Anyway, so this is still stirring some news, and we have a new entry related to that also later in the top 50 show. This comes from a new buddy of mine called Dog 22 Peach, and here's a kind of transgression, satire, humor to reflecting all the latest samples in Radioland. This is Cosmos in the background.
WTPRN.com. I'm your host, Cosmos.
So check this out, new entry in at 41. Cartoon Identity Stripped Colonel Jenny Sparks. And we're going through the charts this week at number 40, down from 25, Draco Die, The Turn, 39, down from 27, Social Service, September Clues, Part 6, 12 weeks on. 38 down from 23, Pump It Out, and 9/11 Illogical Logic. 37 down from 22, That's It, and Action and Reaction. 36 down from 21, Solar Zone, and 9/11 Fake TV as MacGyveristic. And a new entry at 35, Celian, and at his first hit he ever in the top 50, he was already bubbling under with other stuff. This is a very interesting series called Contact Check A to Z, and it's following up a circle on how inside of Hollywood movie stars, secret masoning codes and language of symbolism plays into so-called synchromysticism, and you have to watch it a couple of times to understand that it's more than just typical inside Mason humor. So he's going through a lot of historical context, and there's also 9M playing into all this, and what kind of symbolism the secret rulers, or whatever you want to call them, laid out for us as their footprints. So check out youtube.com/sealline for this kind of focus. 34, that's a new entry, just talked about it. The Kennebunk crisis continues. Webster Tarpley against the rest of the movement. It seems so, because the Truth Link's running the show. Morgan Stack 9/11, new entry, Morgan Stack and Captain May on World Crisis Radio. And we check out this a little bit. This is a 10-minute video from Webster Tarpley's last radio show. And he has Captain May in it, which I still consider as a kind of charlatan. He's the one who basically forced everyone to getting nervous based on his numerology hype. But later on, this video, based on the last radio show of Morgan website Tabli, has actually some valuable information by Morgan Steck. He used to be a no-planer, visible no-planer, then backed up for his careerism in Ireland. He ran for Congress as a 9 Truth candidate. Meanwhile, he's back after it didn't work out, and now he's supporting again 9 TV fakery evidence and says 9 Blogger.com must be front, they're pro-censorship, they're fading out also direct entry weapons. At the point when Morgan Steck 9 laid this out in website Tabli's radio show, but then again was a commercial and Tabli didn't respond on what Morgan Steck has to say. This already goes through the whole 9 video mashup scene, and their other remixes and samples will be up later this week. 33 new entry, bullshit registration and name of the pen, propaganda by Deed, fake plans on 9/11. Check this out on livevideo.com, bullshit registration. And at 32, it's another new entry. There are a lot of new dogs and strange cats around at YouTube. This is Screwhead's 9/11 Cuban Crisis Attention Deficit Mix. Let's check this out. So, and while we're playing this in the background, it's also inspired by some samples from June 2001. But I have nothing to do with these strange cats and dogs going right now up and down in YouTube. Checking out what happens on 9 blog lines itself, news from the 9/11 truth movement. So one of the headers of this week was Google 9/11 truth and you end up with School Exchange. Yes, that's true. A lot of truthers have their sign Google 9 truth. What they don't know is if you actually Google 9/11 truth, typing Google 9/11 truth, you end up with School Exchange. That's very ironic, and even School Exchange mocked this, and still people promoting Google 9/11 truth. Well, then also an own blog line for sure, Morgan Steck puts 9 Blogger.com COINTELPRO in perspective. This was picked up also by my former colleague Rick Siegel from 9research.com. So Morgan Steck also looked into the sabotage at 9research.com, and starting last year the complete censorship and banning at 9blogger.com and the background of Alexander Flom, aka George Washington. And then for sure we have Reprehensa, who is in reality Alan Gilles, who formerly worked with the 4 Foundation Front GNN. This is also, by the way, where Cosmos is coming from, aka YT or Whitey. So you see already the background, they already brainwashed over the limited hangout elements at GNN, sponsored also by George Soros. So if people would finally know about who's really running 9blogger.com and all the other fronts of the 9truth.org, they would figure why we have thermite so popular as the alleged explanation for the collapse of Twin Towers. They would figure where Stephen Lee Jones really coming from. They would figure why it's a coincidence that Colonel Bowman's former company is building directed energy weapons. No, it is not a coincidence. These people have sent or manipulated into this movement to actually delay the only 2 other smoking guns which are not mainstream media yet. That's the evidence on TV fakery, and that's the evidence on direct energy weapons do exist, connected with future common systems since 2000, building cheap satellite systems with the help of Latinos and India and chips from Malaysia and China. So is it really an inside job or is it an outside job? It is possibly both. False flag, yes. Inside job, we will see. Not with the thermite version, not with the planes version. So these are some of the headers of the weekend. Also, satire of fact, Albany 9 Truther apparently turned to school loser. He also ran with the thermite version. Maybe that's the reason why he resigned. So we go on a little bit more to the charts, and we have only a little bit more minutes to actually cover the charts. The phone call took a bit longer, so I can't play all the stuff I plan to play. Please check out 9VideoMashups.com or 9VideoMashups.blogspot.com for new releases until we fix or glitch or hack. Also 9M Video Mashups Top 50 .blogspot.com has a new Top 50 and you will find direct links. New entry at 31, Paul B, one of my favorite producers and off the wall. And a new entry at 30, that's Welcome to Satanica. Highly recommend new channel on live video. This is also Geo Caro's new project. And a new entry at 30, it's the evolving Psyop 9M cover-up lies of the fake opposition. Check out also his other stuff. And he also always mirrors on Video Google. 29, new entry, that's Genghis 6199, kind of new infomercial style, very smart and slick, and it's called Fear is Not, or Cartoon World, both available on live video as on YouTube. Please check out youtube.com/Genghis6199. And 28, another new entry by these strange animals showing up lately on YouTube. This is Cow for Grass and NWO Globalist and Perps Lead 9 Truth Psyop. 27 down from 15, That's Shit and New York 1 Compared. 26 down from 14, Pump It Out aka DJ Shure and 9M Liars Club Stanley Pramath. 25 down from 9, paulagloria and Ground Zero Protest. 9LM07 Nico Haupt reporting, 3 weeks on and already 2,200 views following Alex Jones on the neck during the 9M anniversary. 24 down from 13, another paulagloria 9M anniversary clip. Nico Haupt meets Barrett Jameson Morales. That's the clip how I got kicked out by Jameson. And 23 down from 20, Soundboy72, one of my current favorite producers also, aka Skip Pulley. Soundboy72's big takeover here in the Aussie bin Oswald 2 Mirror. 22 down from 11, That's Shit and Live Free or Watch TV. 21 down from 12, Genghis 6199 and Stanley in a super powered out office store. And new entry at 20, big output this week, Paul B and Black is a New White. This is again about the obscure changing colors of the smoke in different broadcasts. 19, new entry, Genghis 619 and New York 1 live beta copy. The original footage dropped this week out of 50, but this is a better version of the New York 1 live feed, which from 8 miles away showed no plane at the time of the explosion. So you see only the explosion and nothing else. And this is an this is opposing all other so-called plane feeds, non-live feeds from the same angle. Check this out please at Genghis 6199. 18 up from 19, Genghis 6199 and 9M Flatline Part 1 to 4. And 17, new entry, more dogs and cats, this time Dog 22 Peach and Die Pinko Communist Scum. And more transgression, humor in his Cat and Mine House records in the top 50. And not everything is R-rated here, so I can't play it. 16 up from 24, Sid Little and Cartoon Fight 175. And a new entry in at 15, Info Junkie Holland. Compare these two news clips, both of them fake. We're fading a little bit into this one right now. And if you want to check this mashup, please go to 9M Video Mashups Top 50.blogspot.com or go here to youtube.com/InfoJunkieHolland. He has also a couple of other off-topic uploads, so this is maybe a little bit hard to find. Once again, two news clips are compared, and you see clearly by just comparing two clips that logically one of them must be fake due to the contradicting flight path. It's using classic music in the background, so that we have just 1 minute left for the top 15 countdown. 14 down from 10, Double K, AK Double K 2000, 140,000, 129 views now for Fake TV, No Plane Hit the WTC, and it's up at Meta Cafe. 140,000 views opposed by the 9M Truth movement. 13 down from 6, June 2001, the bootleg version of Best of 9M Hecklerism vs 9M TV Fakery. And a new entry in at 12, Lisa 17G and the Bee Killers, the Killer Bees, sorry. And we play a little bit for this one. Here we go. Top 10 is running. 10 from 5, Social Service, September Cruise Part 7. 7,000 views for this version only at live video, 6 weeks on. 9, down from 8, 82,001 featuring DJ Shure and Fred Thompson likes. 9 September clues, satire alert, for sure he didn't say that, this is mocking 9 auto fakery. 8, brand new entry, Gang 619 and featuring DJ Shure and Cruising Speed. Once again, the samples of DJ Shure calling to Boring are reflected in the new mashup full mashy of Genghis 619. 7, down from 4, Double K and TV Fakery is fake. 3 weeks on, already 2,168 views at Meta Cafe. 6, brand new entry, please check it out, Soundboy72 with part 2 of the big takeover. You will find it on youtube.com/Soundboy72. Hopefully we play this later this week. 5, brand new entry from nowhere, Nanoprobe 73 is back. This time a country mashup with 9M TV Fakery. Very convenient title. Check this out. And that should be it. This is Nico Haupt jumping in for paulagloria at Farther Down the Rabbit Hole. Tomorrow's open topic, we will have hopefully Harold Channer calling into the show again. Hopefully paulagloria and Plan is also getting some VideoMashups producers into the show. This is not the highest entry by the way in the charts. Nanoprobe 73, 9T Fakery at 5. At 4 down from 3, Z-Ship and F Concorde US Boeing 767, also already 1,200 hits. And the brand new entry at 3, that's Solar Zone, 9MTV Fakery, the big picture in a short video. 2, as last week's 2, Pump It Out, and 5, 175, Possible Speed, 7,800 views as of last night. And 1, still as last week's Social Service, with part 8, September Clues, please check it out, Google September Clues, check out also part 8, 6,003 views as from last night. And that's it for now. Hopefully later this week we will play for you more new entries of the top 15 VideoMashups, plus ongoing releases. And that's it for today. Peace. It's not longer a link.